and we need to determine what type of family we're planning. There's just 3 types of families. The first being those who will definitely qualify for need-based financial aid, to limited or no assets and limited household income. Type 3, definitely not qualified, regardless of what type of planning, how we structure assets. These are families who have significant assets outside of retirement and have large incomes. Around with the number a little bit, and basically if you have assets over 5,000, so sometimes in excess of 75,000 or in excess of 175,000 with no assets, then you're certainly not going to, you're going to fall to the type of family. And then we have the 2 families who, with some planning structuring of the type of accounts we say in, may be eligible for financial aid or base financial aid. So in order to know what type of family you are, we go through the needs of this. And it's basically this here. I'll walk through it in just a minute, but note of this equation a little bit of a discussion, and so that's what I'm going to go through now. So to begin, we have the cost of attendance. You can see off to the right, I have the little bubble that indicates what cost for the school year 2011-2012. Public is $20,500. Private schools need more in the neighborhood of $40,500. So with the cost of attendance, subtract what the expected family contribution is, arrive at the financial. If the student has any resources, then they subtract to arrive at the additional. So I have an example here, so I'll run through, but I do want to test on each one of these items. We'll go to the expected family contribution next. So in order to determine what your expected family contribution is, that you need to fill out a free application for federal aid, or the online at a number of websites. Org is probably the best place to go and sign up for the FAFSA and go through the calculation. The application requests a variety and information about your situation, everything from your income to the number of people living in the household, to assets you have, and age of everybody. The FAFSA, at the end of it, it does about the expected family contribution. For planning purposes, there are simplified versions of the out there, or calculators that will determine what the expected contribution is. So on our website, we have one of these simplified versions of the FAFSA that will determine what your expected family contribution is. I have an example here. We have the Smith family. We have and Dixie, who is age, and Jeff, who is age. Their house income is $100,000. Own their home, have about $30,000 equity, and they have $20,000 in the emergency reserve. Their expected family contribution is going to be $17,467. So, before we go to the example of the needs analysis, a couple of things to find out about the expected family contribution. There are two methodologies to determine it. There is the method and the institution method. The federal method used, for federal financial aid and federal loans. The institution is what private institutions, private colleges will typically use. A little giving in terms of assets. You can see here some of the factors listed down below. We've got income, and the agent's general about 42% of the household income is considered. These are the federal methodology, slightly less for the institutional methodology. As the parents are older, that 42% becomes less. I can't speak to how it drops. I do know that having older students, the household income is takes the table, so to speak. The number of students in college is a factor. So you have two students going to college at the same time, that can significantly reduce the family contribution that for the assets. About 5% value of any assets you have outside of retirement accounts are included. It's important to consider that retirement accounts are not included in this family item. So any 401s or IRAs, traditional IRAs, are not included in the expected family contribution. And the student resources are considered 100% available. That's an important planning point, something to highlight. If we take a look at what is considered a resource, I've got a list here of the common ones. Any TMA, GMAs the student may have are going to be considered resources, as our savings account, bonds, checking account, grant-owned 29 plans. It's a very important point to, if we're planning for a type 2, trying to get to be family, and parents involved in funding. We want to have a conversation about, does it make sense for the grandparent, the owner, or should it more appropriately be the parent? But, you know, that's just a discussion, just a planning opportunity, and something to love. And then, of course, if the student has any income, those are 100% available. For our needs analysis calculation, we have an example. This is this family again. We've got and she just wanted to attend SU Sacramento. So the cost of it is going to be $20,500. The expectation, as we saw just a moment ago, $18,500, which we need of $3,000. Now, Dixie, we have a grandparent-owned 29, not working, any types of accounts, so this down to the adjusted finance need. And we can see through our example that the family is a type 2